Hey, I'm in my kitchen. Look at that. But that's a lot better. I got to get the floors done. I explain. So I'm in the kitchen from the opposite direction. That's the refrigerator. That's the only thing that works. I don't have a. I think the sink might be working after like a few years now. But I've kind of. So I walk in the kitchen, and it's not functional because I said this used to be an abandoned house, and it wasn't taken care of before that. But I came here and I started studying, and I have been able to grow. And one way that I've done it is there's a Christian saying that says, "We walk by faith, not by sight." And so this is an absolute time when that principle have been fully applied to its thing, to its full extent. I'm also using an iMac, so I usually don't record, but I want to talk about something a little bit personal that I usually don't go there. But I like just like the situation is like, okay, uh, I got the windows fixed here, different situations to make this situation work a lot better now. But in general, there should have probably been support that wasn't there, and so God has been good because God has really turned the situation around for me. But I maintain, and I went through a lot. I went through a lot of trouble. It was very, very, very difficult. And most people can't hack it. Most people can't deal with it. If they had to deal with what I had to deal with in order to get where I'm at, they wouldn't make it. Plain and simple. And they think they could handle it, but they can't. They haven't. I shouldn't say can't. That's not my vocabulary. They think they couldn't handle, but they hadn't or haven't. So when I was in New York, everybody gets trials, tests, and situations when they're doing following a career, and so you have a decision lots of times whether you're going to believe you can do it, and if you believe you can do something, then it's going to the world is going to test it. It's like if you believe this, then we're going to test it. Like the world will tell you the sky is polka dot, and they'll test you. If you say the sky is blue, they will test you and say it's not. They'll say up is down and down is up, whatever. But so we think that we can handle these situations. When you see artists that who are like, let's say, a lot of people see artists like Rihanna, Beyonce, whoever, these artists, and and uh, and they say, "Oh well, I can do that. Oh, I can be that." Well, really, you couldn't. You couldn't because if you could, you would be there. Unless unless you're there or doing that or on your way to making it and doing something positive. But they're there for more. They say, "Oh, I can sing better." Well, it takes more than singing. They got looks. Okay, they got looks. They got style. Well, they got some style, but they got they got business savvy. I was just watching something. I forgot where it said, but it says if you try to do art or get into the film industry and you only try to do it because you love it as a hobby and you'll do it because you just love the artwork, you're only going to last the first or two times you hit a flop. That's all you're going to last. If you hit a flop after that, you're not going to make it. Unless you're a businessman about it, unless you have those qualities, unless you have the full package, basically, you're not going to make it. And, it takes a lot, you know. I talk crap about some directors and stuff, but I don't have what they have. And they had what they had a long time before. It's not just talent. It's good, doesn't mean it can't happen and stuff like that. But the reason why it's not happening is because I told plenty of people I wouldn't do a music video for you. I don't like you. Lady Gaga. I wouldn't say that. As long as you ain't do anything weird out of character, you know, or against my principles. So anyway, plain and simple, you know. So that point said, there's a lot of people you can look at somebody and you can say, "Oh, I'm just as good as them. Oh, I might be better than them," and stuff like that. When you really don't know what kind of sacrifices that they made, you know. I'll be very honest with you. One time I was in here, and I will tell you that. But you know, it's a lot more difficult, and it would turn people around. So when I came back after 9/11 and came back in Buffalo, everybody told me you failed in New York. Everybody that I looked for as a support group said that you didn't win. You didn't make it. Now, I had already run an office in New York, so they obviously didn't know what they were talking about, so I kind of ignored them. But just not to have the support, you know, and especially for those who, you know, you care about, you acknowledge and stuff like that. And so for them to turn their back on you and stuff like that, that happens to a lot of people, or to have to come back out of town, or you know, not make it, or things didn't work out the way you would like, or to the level that you would like. So you know, even if you made it almost there, so then, you, so you get back here, and what do? What I had a choice. I had a choice on whether I continued to do and believe in what I said that I am and who I am, or quit. Quit. You know what? You're right. Let me go get a job. Let me just go to. Now I wound up getting a job, but I got a job with Apple because it was relative to what I do. I would be around computers and graphics and stuff like that, and then I could buy better equipment. So even though I got a job, I got a job because I had to do it because of I had to pay bills. You know, you can't stay, you know, anywhere and not just pay bills. Um, you know, if they're not your bills, you know, if you're living with somebody, or living in a situation, you know, or if they don't just allow you to be there, you got to pay bills. If you're not their kid, you know, or something like that, you're not their child, or their son, or whatever. And even if you are, lots of my parents, I can't hear. I mean, I was a grown man. I've been paying bills for anyway. So it was just expected me, and I did that. There's a lot of people I know who are grown men that don't, you know. So my point is that I had a choice. Now you have two people, and one of them makes a choice to do the right thing, to keep working, and the other one says no. I quit. I give up. It's too hard. You know, I'm not going to do it. I'm disappointed. I just give up. Then you are a quitter. You did not have what it takes. And if you think you all that, you lying only to yourself. You know? So, you know, it's arrogance. A lot of times arrogance will just make you think that you're this, and because you believe the hype. You believe the hype. When the truth of the matter is, when you get in the real game with the real boys, and they don't, you know, they say, well, we don't want it, or you don't have what it takes, or whatever. You that should be the determining factor of who you believe in, and who tells you who you good, whether you're good or not. You know, if all my family said to me, you know what, you're a great artist, you're wonderful, you're fantastic, and they blew me up. But yet I could not get a job. No art director wanted my work. You know, I could not make money. Then who's important? Who knows what they're talking about? The art director, or your family members, or people who are just appeasing you? You know, the ones you should listen to is the ones that can really help you and that you're supposed to grow with. So that's my point. Is, you know, we think, you know, and so we often get jealous and mad and stuff like that at other people when they're not even competing with you. You're not even in competition. I mean, you're not the competition. They're not competing with you, because some people like me, I don't have a competitive. I'm not. I'm. You know, I could be competitive, but my work is not based on the next man. That's because I'm creative and I'm original. So my work is not based on what somebody else do. Some people, they see you do something, they run right to you and do it. I don't do that because I'm not concerned about the next man. You know, I'm doing me. And what he does and get doesn't affect me. You know, and what he got on his own. You know, and you so don't stop blaming other people. You know, it's be real with yourself. You know, it's you that didn't make it. Don't be mad at somebody else because they made it or that they doing all right. And some people, I don't care. You know, I say, fame and money don't cut it. I like doing it. You know, I like the work. I like the art. I do it for the art. I don't do it for nobody else. You know, I don't even like doing work for anybody else. I mean, I do like because I'm helping and service and helping people. And that's what God put us on the planet for. But I'm not, I could sit and make myself happy with my art. And one day I want to make other people happy so they can pay me and that I can do my own. God bless you all. Love you all. And, sorry. I've had too many haters. I had too many haters to be moved. God bless you.